Thank you for watching. I'm Shaggy.
And I'm that Frank Boy.
And this is a Soup Kitchen.
Today we're here to talk about the video by Nina Secrets 11 titled What Women Look For in Men.
She did ask for a response video, and that's exactly what we're doing. Lucky coincidence, we know her from high school. So, Nina Secrets, hello. And keep in mind, we're not being jerks, but you do know us. So, it's going to go down.
Be prepared. The first thing I want to talk about today is this poll that you did. The age group that we were working with was 17 to 20. Those aren't women. Then again, they aren't children either, but you can't use that age group to get a general idea of what women want as a whole. You just can't do it.
13 to 16, they're definitely not women. Those are children. They should not be looking for men, which is the title of your video here was Men. When I was 13, my biggest concern was not catching the cooties.
And my greatest concern was just beating Andros on Star Fox.
That was pretty difficult. So this spectrum that you're making seem like a huge demographic is actually really narrow. It's impossible to get accurate results in a spectrum the size of a Womp-Rat.
It's not impossible. I used to bullseye Womp-Rats in my T16 back home all the time.
Impressive, sir. But really, it's really narrow. So the first point in your video was smarts. Or as we like to call it, intelligence.
And maybe the thing is that we need some clarification on what you meant by smarts. I mean, did these women want men who were actually smarter than them on a level that was close to them? Because, I mean, what if the woman was really dumb?
Yeah, I mean, she may think she's extremely intelligent and then marry somebody of the equal intelligence, and that's just a recipe for Darwin's nightmare. So you mentioned not all women want a smart guy, which means some women want the dumb guy. Who do they want? The guy who ate glue in the back of the classroom?
Kind of guy who's going to spend the rest of his life frying French fries?
The kind of person who sues a fast food restaurant for selling them hot coffee?
Or the kind of guys who spend all their time making YouTube videos? God, just turn it off. You make it seem like good grades in high school will lead to you getting the head cheerleader, which is simply not the case. It's normally quite the opposite.
It is exactly the opposite. The jock who only passes because he's in sports is the one who's going to walk away with the head cheerleader. We've all seen it. We've been through it. It still hurts. So your second point was personality. Now the problem that we have with this is that you gave personality your own definition. You called it
depth. When you polled these young girls, you left personality as this definite set of traits. The thing about that is, each person has their own idea of what personality is. When you made your video, you went to great lengths to describe what personality meant to you, which was depth.
And I don't think depth is really the correct way to define personality. If we want it deep, we'd go watch Avatar in 3D.
And James Cameron, he knows depth.
Oh, he knows it.
Another thing that you talked about was a man's ability to listen. Now the reason that bothered us is what you literally said to us was if a man had the ability to listen to a woman's problems, that was it. He was in the door, didn't need anything else.
Which would explain why Beethoven was such a ladies' man. It's a joke. He was deaf.
Oh.
So another point you brought up was laughter, which I guess what we mean by that is like, if we make you laugh, that's it. You made it sound like that was it. Laughter is what you need to sweep a girl off her feet.
And if that were the case, that would mean that there are two traits that would do it for any man. If he had the ability to listen to a woman and the ability to make her laugh, he wouldn't need anything else. And if that were the case, there would be no purpose to making that video in the first place.
If that were the case, I wouldn't be divorced 4 times.
Titty sprinkles.
So the point that we're trying to get across is clarify your objective. The title of your video is What Women Want in Men. But really what this felt like was what Nina Secrets 11 wants in men.
Another thing is when you're going to use data like a poll, you got to get more concrete numbers. We saw your notebook that you flashed on screen. there were no more than maybe 25 tallies on that. Maybe just round it up to 100, get more concrete numbers, get some percentages in there. You just can't work with numbers like that.
And there wasn't a single pie chart.
No.
Everybody likes pie charts. Now, we hope you take this, you know, we didn't do this to be harmful.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive
Really
criticism.
what our goal was.
So, that just about does it. And I'm Shaggy.
And I'm that Frank boy.
And you just had a taste of
The Soup Kitchen.
I really want pie right now.
I can go for some pie right now.
Let's get some pie. Let's get some pie.
Come on, Dirty Mike.
Let's get some pie.
It will happen again.